Hi and welcome to Netflix, where we showcase contest-caliber videos produced by Middleborough High School television production students. I'm Kyle Maloney, and in this episode we feature music videos, documentaries, and sports highlights produced for the chance to represent Middleborough at the 33rd Annual Move Contest. Middleborough sent 35 TV Pro students to this year's Move Contest to compete against students from Barnstable, Fairhaven, Foxborough, Plymouth North, Plymouth South, Quincy, Taunton, Wareham, and West Bridgewater. We have 4 music videos to share with you today. A music video can be produced for any song under 5 minutes. Our first music video was chosen to represent Middleborough at Move. TV Pro 3 student, Declan Hastings, recreated Billie Eilish's music video, When the Party's Over, starring Tori Warner.
Don't you know I'm no good for you? I've learned to lose, you can't afford to. Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. Don't you know too much already? I'll only hurt you if you let me. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. And I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. Yeah, I could lie, say I like it like that, like it like that. But nothing is better sometimes. Once we've both said our goodbyes, let's just let it go. Let me let you go.
Okay, we did it.
That was like dramatic.
That one was good.
Am I gonna be? There's the dilemma.
Call me.
Oh,
No,
no,
that
I'm
looks
for
cool.
Call me back. Oh, I'm standing.
So like when you move, just like literally get out of the
So
chair.
I have my legs down. And I
Yeah,
So
because the
lay down
focus
and-
isn't. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really gonna go for the drama, so please don't make fun of me.
The next music video was created by TV2 students, Eugenio and Maggie Desrosiers, showing what true friendship really means. We present Have It All.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. Or may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. Or may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses. Go, 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 you can have it all. I told you, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it.
Television Production 1 student, Nora Williamson, also produced a music video about fun with friends. Let's take a look at Tongue Tied. Up next, we have documentaries. Our first documentary was chosen to represent Middleborough at the Move contest. TV2 student Katie Benson wanted to share what it's like to be a twin, as told from her family and friends' perspectives. Here's A Relationship Like No Other.
I know you're clinging to the light of day, to tell you everything's A-okay, and medication don't do much. Yeah.
Coaching twins can be really helpful.
Favorite part of having twins is just everything you guys do.
My name is Emily Benson and I have a twin sister. I am 16 years old and I was born August 24th, 2002. The hardest part about having a twin is definitely adapting to being around one person your whole life, 24/7.
My name is Rick Benson, and I am the twins' dad. My favorite memory was, there's a lot of good memories, but my favorite one is probably the first time we all went to Disney together, and you guys were 5 and Olivia was 7, and just watching the smiles on your face, that was like one of my favorite memories.
My senior night of soccer, because we all played on the same team together, so it was special.
Recently, the first moment that comes to mind is track season, watching you run the 400, and just being there on the sideline to support you and like push you to run your hardest and get your best time.
Having 2 younger sisters is helpful because it makes me want to be a role model for you guys, especially when we were in high school together. And I saw you every day and we played sports together, so that made me want to be the best self that I could be for you guys. And also being in college, I want you guys to see me do well so that you are motivated to do well.
Favorite part of having twins is just everything you guys do. Watching you play sports, watching you achieve academically. It's been so much fun having twins. It's a lot of work, but it's twice as much fun.
Having a twin sister is special compared to just a regular sister because you always have someone with you 24/7, always there next to you, always supporting you, having your back, being there to make you work your hardest, and just a best friend that's with you all the time.
Hey sisters! Hi sisters!
This is just a test. Make sure it's working, Katie.
Just making sure.
Have fun in TV Pro class.
We love you. You're doing really good over there at that. Love you.
The perks of being friends with twins is that we can hang out of school in a group and do track together in other sports.
It's more convenient when you hang out and they come as a package.
I think my favorite memory of us 3 together would be this summer when we went to New Hampshire together.
My favorite memory of all 3 of us together is basically every sport because we do every sport together and we've made a bunch of memories through basketball, soccer, and track.
I think that coaching twins is an excellent opportunity to see how different people react to the same kind of coaching because they have a lot of similarities athletically, but their personalities are much different. So I think you do have to change a lot of things quite a bit depending on which twin you're dealing with. I coached at Bridgewater State for a while before this, and I had 3 sets of twins I coached, and they were similar to the twins at Middleborough. Each one of them was very different.
Being a twin has impacted my athletic career because I always have someone to push me harder and to work harder and someone to compete with.
They're really athletic. There's 2 of them. So that's a huge benefit that we have on the team right now. And I think also if they have good commitment, there's 2 of them. So far we've been really lucky that the twins we've had have been really committed. So if they're a positive influence, there's twice as much positive influence going on.
Yeah, I just feel, sometimes I feel bad that, you guys are hitting your milestones at the same time, such as your 16th birthday. It feels like we always seem to celebrate everything together, which is good. We always have a good time. It always works out, but sometimes I feel like, you're losing a little bit of your individuality by always doing everything together.
I would say that Emily's more outgoing and likes to go out and hang out with her friends, while you're more like quiet and shy and like to stay in and relax.
If I could turn back time and not have a twin, I would not. I always have someone there for me to support me, to push me to work harder, to do my best in everything. My twin sister is a built-in best friend.
Juggling school, sports, and activities can be a challenge in high school. Junior Eric Grady followed MHS student Ryan Perry as he balances all elements of being in high school. We present The Balance.
My name is Crystal Law Liberty, and I'm an English teacher here at the high school.
My name is Patrick Kingman. Some people call me Coach Kingman, some call me Mr. Kingman. My title here is I'm a phys ed teacher and head football coach.
Football is one of the most physically taxing things you can do to yourself. Not just sports, it's one of the most physically taxing things you can do to yourself. Between the physical toll it takes on you, between the mental toll it takes on you, it's a commitment. Favorite part of playing football, I mean, the brotherhood in football is like no other sport. Regardless of how much my teammates might want to pick on me and how much I might want to pick on them, most of the times it's more than picking on me. But I love each and every single one of them. They're my brothers. I know if I ever needed anything, I could call one of them and they'd be there for me in a minute, and just like me to them. Ryan's a kid that's, and I don't want to use the wrong word, dabbles, but he's into a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? We always had a famous saying for Ryan. We call him Fox 25. Because wherever there's a camera, he finds it. And my favorite part about playing defensive end is I've played it my entire life. From the time I was in 2nd grade to the time I was in 12th grade, I was always I shouldn't say always a defensive end, but I was always on the defensive line. I was a nose tackle pretty much up until maybe about 3rd or 4th grade, and that's when I switched over to defensive end. I just said to him actually 2 days ago that he was probably our most consistent defensive lineman we had all year. I'd say my favorite moment playing football was the ride home from Gillette, because I know that's kind of weird. It's one you wouldn't expect, but the ride home from Gillette was like nothing I'd ever experienced before. You know, all our bus rides home after we won a bunch of the tourney games was really, we were so hyped. We were playing music. We were dancing around. And that was so awesome. But the ride back from Gillette was just so calm and peaceful, and it was just like, it's over. the member at large of the class of 2019, and I also serve as a representative of 2019 on the executive board. The member at large is pretty much, if you had an idea of any sort, if you were in my class, you would come to me with that idea, which I would then relay to the class. And then as far as my position on the executive board, I'm supposed to represent the class of 2019 on the executive board, what we're doing, what the interests of the class are, things like that. Student council, it's interesting because student council has been not as, hasn't been a total easy ride for me. My freshman year I ran for the vice president of the class. I didn't get it, stayed as prevalent as of a member as I could. My junior year I ran for member at large. I spent a lot of time, you know, kind of trying to campaign myself, working on my speech, and lucky enough I was able to get the position. The biggest thing I think I've learned from student council is the moniker that leaders eat last. And what that pretty much means is that the interests is that if you as a leader are not supposed to take center stage. You as a leader, what you're supposed to do is make sure that every other or not to necessarily take center stage, but you're not supposed to get first dibs. Like, you're supposed to make sure that everybody else is taken care of before yourself. That's what a true leader does, is looks after, we say in basketball all the time that you're a wolf pack. And what a wolf pack does is they look after each other. And I think as a leader in student council is that is that idea of leaders eat last, that you as a leader have a responsibility to look after everyone else before yourself.
I first had Ryan when he was a freshman a couple years ago, and then I also had him in AP Lang and Comp as a junior. I think that academics are just a very small part of high school, to be honest. I think a lot of high school is learning how to navigate many responsibilities in life. I think that high school is learning how to ask for help from other people and how to use relationships to your advantage.
Football has a saying, which is there are three priorities in your life, and it goes your family, it goes school, and then it goes everything else. And you know, for most of us, football was number 3 at that time. And you know, school is absolutely, you know, my main priority. It's what I come here to do. I mean, I love football, I love basketball. I mean, I'm not getting a Division I scholarship anytime soon. But as far as balancing all my work, it's just, you know, I mean, it's a grind. Like whether I'm up till, whether I finish my homework at 7 o'clock or whether I finish it at 12 o'clock, you know, it needs to get done. And, you know, balancing that with sports, with student council, it's not easy. I mean, if I wanted to just focus on school the entire time I was here, I wouldn't play sports and I wouldn't do student council. I'd go home and do homework, and then I'm sure I'd have plenty of time to do it. But, you know, that's not what high school is all about. You know, high school is the experience as well as the academics. So as far as balancing my academics, I mean, it's just, you know, it's get it done whenever you can.
So I personally think that the extracurricular stuff here at the high school is super important. And I think that if a student is really aware about trying out different time management strategies, like actually keeping a planner, as uncool as it might feel sometimes to be that kid with your planner on your desk. I personally am 32 years old and I live by my planner, and that's the only way that I can do all the things I want to do in a day.
You have to be able to, you want to be involved with as many things, but don't wear yourself out so thin that you're not good at any of them. You know, you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. It's 24 hours. That's all we have. How you balance that and what you do within those 24 hours is up to you.
That's Entertainment is a variety show that has been performed at Middleborough High School for over 40 years. TV2 students Mia Bennett and Evan Parker take us behind the scenes of this year's That's Entertainment.
Been a prisoner of the pain.
So That's E is a 41-year tradition of speech and theater.
That's Entertainment. It's a cabaret or revue-style show that Middleborough Speech and Theater has done for almost 40 years. It's a series of singing, dancing, and comedy acts.
That's Entertainment is an annual production, usually set around one big theme.
That's E is STW's spring production, and it's kind of a mix of acting, dancing, and singing, along with twirling and then some martial art scenes and productions. This year's theme is love. Every year it has a theme. So we have a lot of scenes in dances and songs discussing love and breakups and the comedic light to all of that. With our other performances, like fall show or festival, they have these beginning to end. You get to see the characters develop, whereas That's E, there's not as much like focus on those aspects.
My name is Samuel Mosier. I am the technical director for speech and theater. As the technical director, I oversee the scenic, lighting, sound, and crew training of the show. So essentially anything that isn't the acting. The rehearsal process is interesting. So we have several different predetermined groups, whether they're comedy groups, dancers, twirlers, and they're all given different days. So on any given day, we may see a comedy troupe, we may see a singing rehearsal. It's an interesting process.
I am Miss Danny Duggan, and I am the theater teacher, coordinator of speech and theater, and fine arts department chair at Middleborough High School. So the rehearsal process is our first year doing it fully after school, and so I think it's been working pretty well, actually. So for this, because there's so many original pieces, we started off way back in like January in the playwriting class, where they wrote a lot of original scripts. The choreographers started creating the dances. Mr. Converse, the music director, started pulling all of the sounds, and then when we started rehearsal, we kind of rehearsed in our individual little areas, so comedy troupe, dance, and choir. And now in Tech Week, now we're starting to push it all together. I really do base it on the students. So I have a look and see not only cast, but also crew, as to what skills they have, what talents, what I think would suit them the best. You know, if I want to do some sort of special effects, who do I have for my crew that can create some stuff for me? And then that's how I create the theme. My role is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I'm doing less and less and less and watching the students do more and more and more.
My name is Mr. Pat Converse. I am the chorus teacher here at the high school and also the choral director of this year's That's Entertainment. For me as the choral director, it's really about meeting with the students who are involved in it every week, touching base, making sure that they have all the recordings that they need for any of the numbers that we have to be performing each year. The choir generally focuses on selections of songs that have to do with a theme. That can range anything from, well, this year's theme is romance, so we may have some romantic songs such as I Want You Back, whereas in previous years we've had all kinds of crazy things, whether it was sci-fi, we had a tribute to John Williams, or if it was Fright Night and we picked Shia LaBeouf. That scene is very different because it's very open. We encourage everyone, whether it's your first time on stage or you're an experienced veteran, it's all about kind of getting together, sitting around one theme, and really exploring what it is that you are good at, whether it's comedy, dramatic performances, singing, dancing, or playing an instrument.
My name is Juliana Andrade, and I am the Artistic Director of Speech and Theater Workshop.
So I am a twirler and I choreographed all of the twirl routines, and I am also an actress and I am playing Valerie in The Princess Bride. As a cast member, to prepare for that I regularly attend rehearsals, and I like to surround myself with the other cast members before warm-ups in the 10 minutes we have at the end of the day, just to really be in the space and appreciate everything before we start rehearsal. Me and my co-captain May have a duet to Love You Like a Table from Waitress, and the open class twirlers are doing a Hercules routine to Can't Say I'm in Love. And then for all of the twirlers, freshmen through seniors, anyone who wants to participate, we do a group number with leveling skills so that everyone has a part. And this year we are doing Toxic by Britney Spears.
My favorite part of That's Entertainment is every single year we have one number that we always do the same, and it's What I Did for Love. For 40 years, we've done a rendition of this song in the show, and it's my favorite part to see all of the alumni stand up and sing with us.
My favorite part of That's E undoubtedly would have to be every show night, in particular the last show of the run, when we all sing What I Did for Love. And then I start to fake cry, at least that's what I tell myself and all the students, just so I can get all the seniors and all the other kids to get that real emotion, because it's a very powerful song.
So, What I Did for Love came from the musical A Chorus Line. And in the show, it has a completely different meaning and intent than how we use it. So What I Did for Love is really a tradition that I inherited from Ellie Osborne, who founded Speech and Theater in 1978. And we really take it as what we do for the love of art. We literally give up. Look, we've been here, 10, 11 hours today so far, and we do it all for the love of theater and the love of art.
Volunteering is a great way to spend your time to enrich the lives of others. TV1 student Shaunna Gallagher introduces us to several people who spend their time giving back in a documentary titled The Power of Volunteering.
Volunteerism to me is really the opportunity for learning, and I think that when students or anybody has the opportunity to volunteer at something, to give up their time at something, it also becomes a really great opportunity for them to maybe learn about a situation or a cause or an issue that has really fostered a need for people to help or give aid.
Volunteerism to me is taking time that you have that you can give to somebody else as a way of helping them reach their goals and have fun.
Volunteerism to me is helping other people, is helping them accomplish their goals, and also facilitating them working together as a means to do that as well.
Volunteerism is where you work with people in the community without a need to have any recognition, without getting anything in return. I don't know, what is volunteerism to you?
It's to help people and not expect a pat on the back later. Something it makes you feel good, makes them feel good. You do it because you want to do it, not because someone's telling you that you need to do it. It's something that inside of you that you want to help somebody.
Volunteerism is when people of a community come together to help each other.
We're volunteers. We do this on our free time. You feel better about it afterwards.
Volunteerism to me is a lot of people helping in a big way, or just that one person that volunteers do something that's coming from their heart.
My name is Paul Brannigan. I'm the principal here at Middleborough High School. This will be the first year, starting with the class of 2023, that all 4 grades will be engaged in a service learning requirement. And it requires 24 hours of service during the time they're at the high school. I think the ability for us to have our student body out in the community doing some really great things, I think is only a plus for our school, but it's a plus for the community. Seeing our students in a grade light, we have such a great student body, to be able to have them go out in our community, whether it be here in Middleborough or maybe in Boston or wherever it's going to be able to have them have the ability to kind of pay it forward, or to make a difference, or to do something that's going to make someone's day somewhere in our greater community here of Middleborough or beyond. And I think the more that can be instilled in our own student body, to ensure the fact that they're always looking out to make the world better, or to help out somebody who's less fortunate themselves, or maybe finding a cause that they're passionate about, to say that this needs to have some change, or this needs to have an awareness. I think that just gives people passion.
We volunteer as coaches for the Special Olympics track and field team from Middleborough. I think our program impacts these kids in a very positive way, in that they're allowed to participate in sports where they may not otherwise be able to. They are with kids that they know, and with their teammates that they're comfortable with, with families that we know. All of the parents kind of stand off to the side and catch up with one another while we're practicing. And I think it impacts all of us, because we as families of children with special needs know that we're not alone, and we're so not alone that we see the same faces all the time.
The program we've started is called Top Soccer. And Top Soccer is a program designed by US Soccer, and it's targeted at bringing soccer to kids with special needs. It allows the game to be brought to those children who normally wouldn't have any access to the game other than playing in their backyard. So it's a nice little program where we get these children on the field, get them exercising, get them running around, and make them feel part of a team, something that normally they don't have access to. Well, we have our own child with
Violet.
Down syndrome. Many of you know her as Violet, and so when we started Top Soccer, it was the vision of getting Violet out there, giving Violet the opportunity to play soccer in a team, and we knew, just from being in the special needs community, we knew that there was many other parents out there who had that same desire, had that same need for their own children. What we've seen is that the other people who come to volunteer who don't have a link to special needs, no immediate family members with special needs, so the bodies that we see coming through the program, existing ones like yourself, but also kids who, maybe 5 years ago, they've now gone off into college, and they take that volunteerism with them, and so when they're in college or when they come back to Middleborough, they get involved with volunteering. So for us, some of the things that we enjoy most is the volunteers, the buddies who come and join up with us.
And they go into careers that help. I have a lot of kids who've gone into OT, they've gone into PT, they've gone into special ed. I pushed one into they were doing law, and now they want to do sped law. So they realize that these kids really can have full, independent, happy lives. And they can go to college, they can do many things, so they want to help them too.
I run the Middleborough Nest Movers. It's a group of volunteers that pick up trash once a month in Middleborough. I love my town, and anything that I can do to benefit the appearance of my town is something that interests me. I think that a lot of people complain about things, but they don't necessarily put any effort into changing it, and I've never been that way. I've always said, I can do something to help. It's because I felt like I was able to do something to make a difference. Honestly, I do it not so much for the recognition or the thanks that people gave me. I pick this stuff up because I don't want it floating in my rivers and wetlands, and I don't want it harming my wildlife in this town. So I'm making an impact as far as people are recognizing that there's people in town that care. That's the biggest impact I can make.
The program that I'm involved in is to support the Superman. Something that I started personally, 20 months ago, that I didn't ask for any of this. This has been thrown at me, and I believe it's a gift from God. Everything began when I lost a son to opiates, that for any parent to have to go through, or anybody, is just not a good thing at all to have to deal with. I had to give back. Somehow I had to do something that made a difference, and we're doing it. I started as a one-man band, passing out soup to the homeless, and then it grew and grew from toiletries to socks to hats to gloves to showers to putting it's just an incredible thing. I was in my backyard, it was freezing out, I had to do something, so I came up with this brainstorm of, well, I'm gonna make some soup and I'm gonna bring it out to the homeless people. It's cold, and so I put together a soup station, put it in the back of my truck, and made 32 quarts of Hamburg soup, and off I went. I was out there for about 6 weeks. Came home and put a picture of myself online, saying I needed socks and gloves, and it went a little viral. Next thing I knew, I was getting stuff from all over the United States. There was so much stuff that we needed to put them in backpacks to help the homeless. This isn't about Peter Gallagher. This is about doing what needs to be done to our family members that are out on the streets. Yep. My son was on the streets, and he didn't need to be. Trust me. We just need to step up and do the right thing. These people don't want to be out there. They don't. Everyone should take a shower and put on clean socks. So we're buying showers. 20, 30 people that come in on a Saturday that I've never seen before. So yeah, there's hundreds. It's so important to help out. Is just take a good look. Just take a good look at what's out there, what's happening to everybody. It's not just the homeless. It's not just the opiates. It's terrible out there. We're losing a generation. I think I've impacted the community in a lot of different ways. Kids are coloring the bags from the schools for the bag lunches. We do about 100 every weekend. Other than the soup, I've got, out of my loss, I've gained a lot. But I still lost a son. And he's my passion, and he's my drive. There's nothing that we can't do. Volunteerism. I will continue to move forward with the help of the public. There's just so many things that need to be changed, and the veterans that are out there on the streets shouldn't be out on the streets. And I just think that we can do more, and that's my goal. And every day that I will move forward, and this is the right thing to do, and I was always do the right thing. Always do the right thing. And there are so many people that need our help.
Up next, we have sports highlights. These can be highlights of any high school sport under 5 minutes long. Our first sports highlight video was chosen to represent Middleborough at Move. We present MHS Ice Hockey by Eric Grady.
Give up the fight,
MHS Track and Field finished the 2019 season with personal records, team records, and a state champion. Katie Benson was at a track and field meet to cover all the action. Let's take a look. Sachems volleyball had a great 2018 fall season, qualifying for the tournament yet again. 2EV2 student Aileen Peddie was at one of their matches versus Rockland. We present volleyball, Sachems versus Bulldogs.
Ladies all across the world, listen up, we're looking for recruits. If you're with me, let me see your hands. Stand up and salute. Get
The boys tennis team qualified for the state tournament and won their preliminary round match for the second year in a row. TV3 student Chris Cogan was at a home match. Let's take a look at boys tennis.
Yeah. You ready? Hey. Let's go. Bet. Yo, I'm at my prime. Whoa, we at our prime. Hey, hey, we at our prime. Yeah, I'm at my prime. Hey, hey, I'm at my prime. Whoa. Said I'm at my prime.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Metflex. Be sure to tune into MET for other episodes featuring majors, commercials, PSAs, shorts, news, and special effects videos. I'm Maloney, and have a great night.